Welcome back to Morning in America. In New York, more than a dozen people were injured this weekend in a stampede of frightened attendees in the Barclays Center following a boxing match. There was a rumor of a shooter, an active shooter situation. Some people possibly mistaking a loud noise for gunshots. Drake Clark is joining us live from the Barclays Center this morning in New York. Drake, was there ever even a noise? Because some reports were that there was no noise. It was just people talking about what could have been happening.
Well, according to the NYPD, they described it as a sound disturbance that triggered that mayhem that we saw here happen at the Barclays Center on Saturday night. You can see the center here behind me, and it was jam-packed with people who came to see a big-ticket fight between Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romer. But minutes after that fight wrapped up, people started running for their lives.
It's a sign of the times. Saturday night, a loud noise inside the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, triggering a stampede, with people scrambling over seats and making a mad dash to the exits.
This is crazy.
Someone said there was an active shooter inside the arena, and that loud noise was gunfire. 10 people suffered minor injuries, all of them hurt in the stampede. After investigating, police finally gave the all clear, saying in a tweet, "We determined no shots were fired." Tennis great Naomi Osaka was at the event Saturday night. She tweeted, "I was just in the Barclays Center and suddenly I heard shouting and saw people running. Then we were being yelled at that there was an active shooter and we had to huddle in a room and close the doors. I was bleeping petrified, man." The panic comes after 2 high-profile mass shootings in less than 2 weeks. A self-described white supremacist shoots and kills 10 people in Buffalo. And in Uvalde, Texas, 19 children and 2 adults are murdered inside their school. Both gunmen were 18 years old.
It strikes to the core of the world not being safe and wondering what is going on around us.
The psychological effects from the shootings go well beyond the towns and cities where they occur. Psychologists say people across the country may be experiencing PTSD, feeling depressed, nervous, always on edge, and in severe cases, afraid to leave home. In a 2018 survey conducted for the American Psychological Association, 75% of young people between 15 and 21 said that mass shootings were significant sources of stress for them. Most adults ranging in age from 22 to 72 felt the same way.
A lot of times after deadly mass shootings, survivors, they suffer what's called survivor's guilt. Well, they blame themselves for not being in place to protect their loved ones when tragedy strikes. And in some cases, that sense of guilt can really become unbearable and people hurt themselves or worse. It's recommended that if you are feeling that type of guilt or those feelings, that you go ahead and talk to a certified professional. Adrienne.
Well, there are a lot of people who are there at Barclays, and I'm sure at all kinds of venues. I was at a concert this weekend, and it was like you just kind of are more aware, hyper vigilant around you with so many people being around you. So I think a lot of people are on edge following the news of the past couple of weeks. Thank you, Dre. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.